Hello, viewers and listeners. It's another wonderful day. We are back by GBC. You all agree with me that in the attempt to achieve equity and transparency in the pay administration system in the public service, first place. And then we have other groups, I don't want to mention names, which were also overpaid. And so therefore, the single spine policy says that, the job evaluation says that they should be here. And so therefore, they have to come lower that scale.
Let us get this point clear again. Those who were being overpaid, what happened?
Yes, that's
were they brought to a level where...
Yes, the basic salary will show that you are supposed to be here instead of here.
Okay.
However, by ILO policy, and indeed the single spine salary policy itself, you are not to make anybody worse off. And so therefore we have something that we call the conversion difference. The conversion difference comes to make up for any loss that you may suffer by the reduction of your basic salary now. And indeed it is the difference between your old salary and your new salary. That is the conversion difference. Some call it grandfather and grandfather. So you'll be there and you mark time a bit until those who are supposed to be on the same scale with you mark or catch up with you. So that's the whole idea of the conversion difference. When they've caught up with you, assuming that you are all level 16, then you will be still receiving more pay than your counterparts on level 16 because of your prior or previous salary. And you should not be made worse off. So you'll be there, however, you will mark time, and then your friends will catch up with you, and from there you all move forward. So that's the idea. That's some of the reasons why you see some other groups also fighting. But you see, nobody can say that the single spine salary policy has made them worse off because of the issue of conversion difference.
Okay. My guest is Mr. Cornelius Yosin. He's the director in charge grievance and negotiations at the Fairwages and Salaries Commission. And we're talking about the market premium. Government released a guideline for the determination of market premium, and Fairwages and Salaries Commission has been mandated to determine this market premium, and we're talking about this. We were in town to find out the views of the public on what they know about market premium, and so we'll be dropping that for you. Stay with us, don't touch that dial. I will be back after that.
Thank you very much, Cecil. As you may be aware, the market premium has been an issue of serious controversy on the labor front in recent times. On the 9th of April 2013, the government of Ghana issued a white paper on the guidelines for determination of market premium. Now today we are here on the streets to find out from the taxpayer what at all they understand by the concept market premium. Thank you very much. So what is your general understanding on the concept market premium?
Well, my understanding of the concept of market premium is that I think it's an incentive given to an essential skilled labor that I'll put in brief. And that's what I think it is.
I mean, the market premiums are given to people who are special people in the society, like doctors and accountants. These are people.
Okay, so you think the doctors and accountants deserve market premium?
It's a proper market premium, and they should be given enough incentive for them to carry on their work.
The market premium thing is the basic rates which workers are supposed to be paid, and it is based upon the labor market and perhaps other factors.
Well, that actually identifies who that person is, the kind of criterion, his speciality, the active role he plays in the economy, and the personalities, the personalities' importance in nation building.
Okay.
Yes.
Market premium is to certify some workers that are in a risk form, you see. For example, doctors, militaries, and police, they deserve market premiums because their work is very risky.
So you think, do you think that they are the only people who deserve market premium, or it should be given across board?
They deserve it. They deserve it because if all of us in the country want to collect market premium, or let me come say, we all want to say we need market premium, then what will be the reserve money that they will use to put up, to construct road, put up ministries and all those left aside things, you see? So market premium is for some category of people. Yes.
Okay, so which category of workers or which service classification do you think deserves market premium?
well, I know teachers are having one, and I also go for accountants. Those who are in the accounting profession should also be given the opportunity to have one, like the controller and accountant general staffs.
I would say all workers are entitled to market premium. I can't single some people out.
Firstly, you should go straight to the doctors, because what is happening right now, I read economics on the ordinary level with sciences, and economics in its highest degree comes directly from the pure chemistry. So I know what I'm talking about. It should go straight from the doctors before it descends to other categorized workers. And it's a must. It should be on the formulas. And that is what is lacking at the moment. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, madam.
Okay. So can I give you something out of it?
Yes.
It's like blood mixture without the appropriate hemoglobin. Yes. This is the picture cue now.
Okay.
So put all the structures and formulas in place. I've given out something to somebody. It should be N2O4. There is nothing, if you don't use that formula, N2O4, which is dinitrogen tetraoxide, when it decomposites to 2N2O2, then you can get something derived out of 2NO2. That is 2NO2.
Yes.
Yes, that is where you can get something out to maximize a formula structure and start directly with the doctor's issue. 35% across the board should go to the doctors first before it descends to other category of workers. Because whatever, we all get sick. Not that I'm derogative about education, but we can even get people who are rich and never attended school, but they are well off. But as for sickness, right from the word go, when you are born, you have the 6 killer disease. Everybody has attended a hospital before. So when the doctor is anemic and it's not complete, how can the doctor deliver? So this is the problem as of now.
Okay, thank you. So what do you understand by the concept market premium?
Well, market premium is an allowance given to workers that are scarce under the public sector. So for me, I think public sector workers deserve market premium.
So you think the government should allocate funds to every public sector for market premium?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you very much. So this is what the taxpayers had to say about market premium. Now let us cross over to the studio for a more detailed and technical explanation of market premium. Over to you, Cecil.
Okay, so we are back. Thank you so much, Yuma. Emmanuel of Fairwages and Salaries Commission was in town, and I guess he did enjoy himself. He had a good day in town. Listening to all that was said, I mean, tells you that people are really ignorant about what is going on as far as market premium is concerned. And I also know that there's the urgent need to improve performance and productivity in the public service. There's the need to retain and attract skills within the public service so that we don't lose them to the private sector or other sectors. And that's the reason why we're discussing market premium. So premium will be placed on skills in scarcity or skills in short supply. This is just what probably people have heard. But you, as a technical person, I'm sure will go deeper into this and explain to the general public what market premium is all about. Mr. Yossi.
Yeah, market premium is a payment to critical skills in short supply in an economy.
Yeah.
You know, so there are two ingredients: critical skills in short supply. So you may be critical if you are not in short supply, you may not be eligible for payment of market premium. You may be in short supply. If you are not critical, you may not be eligible for the payment of market premium. And indeed, surmounting all those ones is government priority. Government says that for this particular period of time, my priority is in this area. And so therefore, certain skills are identified as key to the achievement of that priority. Yeah. So then those critical skills will have to be determined by government policy and government priority. Yeah. And then when the criticalness of the skill has been determined, then we have to go out and find, okay, those critical skills, are they available? So the way to determine it is by survey, labor market surveys. You go out there and make a survey and find out the levels of scarcity of that skill. Yeah. So therefore, the two must play out together. For example, we all know that those who do sanitary work, those who do Zoom wire work, very critical, very critical. But you and I also know that they may not be in short supply. Because if you ask people to come apply today for a job as Zoom Lion, I'm sure you have hundreds of people coming to queue up for employment. So that's one of the things. Another skill too may be in short supply. Let's see, a typical one may be, let's say, computer skills, for example. If, I'm not saying it is not, but if government policy is not saying that it's not critical to the achievements of its policy, then though it's in short supply, it's not critical. So the two should play out. It's like the first condition and the second condition in mathematics. The first condition is that, but the sufficient condition is that this. So that's the idea.
Okay, so just gone by was that Vox Pop we played, and one of the ladies who spoke was very emphatic that, I mean, it's a must that doctors should be considered. It should cut across, and she even mentioned a percentage that should cut across. I mean, so you also spoke about labor survey, and I know that this is going to be a critical ingredient, I mean, to determine market premium. And so is this something that you have started or you are yet to start?
Let me first answer here. You see, I don't know, the doctors or even scientists or researchers use the word empirical. Empirically, you can see with your eyes, you can see that doctors are in short supply. And so therefore, people assume that doctors must be paid market premium. And indeed, what she is saying, she's thinking more of importance of a job. You see, she's thinking more of importance of a job. But when we come to the guidelines, you will see that it is not about the importance of a job. Indeed, everybody's job is what? Important. We are talking about critical skills. Even among doctors, we have various types of specialties. If the priority of government, for example, now is that it's neurosurgery, for example. I'm not a doctor, but let me venture into it a bit. It's neurosurgery, for example. Then the neurosurgeon would be more critical than a general practitioner, for example. And so therefore, the fact that you're a doctor is not enough to say that you have market premium. And indeed, if you even have market premium, you have the same quantum or amount of market premium. Because the degree of scarcity will show after the labor survey. So even within the medical profession itself, we want to make this very clear so it doesn't become like a blanket payment. Among teachers also, if government priority is to improve science education, mathematics, English, French, then you will see that those will be the critical skills. And then we'll go and find out their levels of scarcity, and then they will have the premium determined for them. So that's the whole idea. So the idea should be hard right that it is not every skill in a particular service classification that are going to have market premium. GBC, we have GBC as an institution. It is not everybody inside there
that will enjoy market premium.
Because we have secretaries, we have technicians, we have cameramen, we have all kinds of personnel inside GBC. But which ones are the ones that we are considering are critical for the achievement of government policy? And if they are critical, what is their levels of scarcity? So these are the issues.
Okay. Now, the labor survey issue is what I want us to dwell on. Is this something you have started or you are yet to look into?
No, indeed, the white paper just came out on 9th April. Indeed, we've put things in motion to have it very early because of all what it can mean if it delays. And so, yes, very soon.
Now, so what measures have you put in place to forestall, you know, some of the labor agitations which we have experienced in,
in fact,
regarding
the government white paper on the guidelines speaks about transitional arrangements. You see, you know, prior to the issuance of the guidelines, we were paying something called the interim market premium, as you are aware. The interim market premium was not paid following the guidelines or according to the guidelines. It was paid to certain skills which already had a certain element of premium in their salaries. For example, doctors had the ADHA, lecturers of the universities had the dollar policy. At any point in time, a lecturer's salary should not be below $1,500. So therefore, when they were put on the spine, the difference between their basic salary and the CD value of $1,500 becomes the market premium factor for them. So all those things, the transitional provisions has taken care of it and saying that the payment of interim market premium shall cease. However, those who are already collecting the interim premium shall not be made worse off, and so they shall continue to be paid until the mechanisms have been finished. For example, the survey has been done, and we've been able to determine their levels of scarcity. Pending that one, they will be paid the absolute value of the market premium as a 2012 salary. Indeed, the guidelines is so clear that market premium shall not be a percentage of your salary, but an absolute value for the period of the survey. So if it's a 3-year survey, it's determined that you are due for this absolute value of market premium or this amount. Then for the 3 years, the market premium shall be that amount until a new survey is done. So that's what the transitional provisions are saying. And then there will be clear guidelines again as to how to go about this, and we are doing something about this one.
Okay. Now, let us take time, quality time, I mean, to go through the various pointers in the government white paper, the guidelines. I know that I have taken pains to read through, and I know that this is going to be based on, it's not going to be based on qualification. It's been stated categorically clear that it's not going to be based on qualification, job description, job title, grade or level, but strictly on scarcity of skills. And this you have talked about earlier on. In terms of job qualification, job description, job title, grade, levels, I'm sure you would go in further to explain to us what.
Yeah, let's take it this way. We finished university the same year.
Yeah.
You have BSc administration, I have BSc administration. Now, they employ you as administrative officer in company A. I am employed also at, let's say, assistant supervisor in company B. Over the period, 5-year period, you become administrative manager. By the 5-year period, I only become senior supervisor.
Yeah.
Now, when job evaluation is done, and your job as an administrative manager is weighed, you realize that you have a more weighty job owing to the responsibilities that you perform.
Yeah.
Mine will be less. However, we have the same qualification.
Yeah.
You see, that is why salary itself should not be based on qualification. Much less market premium. It should not be based on qualification. It's based on the job that you are doing and the worth or the value of that job that you are doing. You see, there's a lot of misconception out there. We have the same qualification. I'm a BSc, he's a BSc. I finished school 5 years ago, he finished school 5 years ago. What is the job that you are doing? What is the weight or the value of that job? You have the same responsibilities. That is what will answer the question as to whether you be paid this salary or that salary. However, coming to market premium, though we have finished school the same year, you did BSc administration, accounting option, I did some other subjects. And out there in the market, government priority is saying that, this year I need people with econometrics or labor economics as a way to achieve my priority. It doesn't need what I have done. I don't want to mention any subject in order not to create any problem. So Yours is the one that government has determined is what critical to the achievement of these objectives. Mine has not been determined that way. And so at the end of the day, you have a BSc, I have a BSc or BA, we all have finished university. But the criticalness of our skills is different out there, and indeed the levels of scarcity. These days, every polytechnic, every university, every private place is doing marketing. Very soon you realize the level of scarcity of marketing. Yeah. They'll be all over the place.
And so therefore your value will not be placed so much.
Exactly, because it's not scarce. But you see, as a country, we've also made a mistake in some areas where we have restricted production. Typical area is medicine. In those days, law. And the Chief Justice did so well when they opened up now we have law schools all over the place.
Private institutions are even training.
Because you see, I always believe that produce them. It is your competence that will determine which ones are better, which one will therefore make it out there in the market. Produce them so the market can have them. You see, because if you go to East Africa, you have persons trained as health assistants. They do all sorts of jobs in the health sector. And then they leave the higher jobs to hire people like pharmacists and doctors, etc. But for us, we have restricted production so much that whether we like it or not, they have become scarce. And so therefore, they have this thing to sometimes squeeze us.
So it becomes a chip for them to bargain.
Exactly, it has become a chip for them to bargain. I believe when the government tried to send people to Cuba, it was one of the ways actually to break the genes. And you saw the level of resistance that came in because people knew that it would flood the market. And indeed in Ghana here, we should encourage more medical schools and other professions, accountants, etc., so that they'll be there. And then, based on your skill, based on your particular competence, you make it out there to the higher level.
And so gradually a time will come when premium will not be placed on any...
No, what will happen is, I see, the premium goes up or down depending on the levels of scarcity. So if, for example, in 2010, lawyers are scarce, Attorney General Department, you can't just have them. Then they have value, and so therefore premium. 2015 down the line, all law schools are producing. Lawyers are dead. Attorney General application thousands. After the survey, you realize that the scarcity level would drop. And so therefore the market premium would drop with it. And it can reach a time where it's zero. Or indeed government policy itself or priority itself will not be in that area because it would have resolved the problem of wanting to have people in AG, Attorney General's Department, to be able to prosecute these cases and defend the cases that go out there.
Okay. Now, in the policy guideline again, we're told that you are to work in consultation with Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Employment, Labor Relations, having in mind budgetary constraints. And so somebody else will ask that question. I mean, why would that peg come in?
You see, in any system, somebody pays. The cake can only be like this. The cake can only be like this. Unless together as a nation, we decide to expand the cake will be like this. So whatever you are doing, you work within the confines of the what? Of the cake. They use the word envelope. You saw some economic envelope or some word like that. The basket that we have, you don't go beyond it. So when we are determining the absolute value, what we do is after you've gone out there to do the survey, you have 100% as your highest level, working downwards. And so depending on your levels of survey, it will determine whether you are 50, you are 40, you are 60, etc. You see, and then the amount, absolute amount, that will go with it. So it is government incentive. It's like government that is giving it. That is why it is not a negotiable matter. Government is saying that for this year or for this period, I need so many accountants. And so I'm putting out this value or this premium on them.
So that they are not attracted into other sectors.
They don't go to the diaspora, they don't go to the private sector, even they don't go to banks, etc. They remain in the public service and help achieve government objectives. You see, and so, yes, it must definitely be based on sustainability, because sustainability and ability to pay are the same principle. Because when we are paying, what will happen to us if we just pay without thinking of the basket or the envelope that we have.
Okay. Now, you are to undertake, and if I say you, I mean Fairwages and Salaries Commission, you are to undertake a research to determine this. How are you going to start this?
Yeah.
Where would you start from?
Yeah, there are two ways you can do it. You can privatize it, you can outsource it, that is, give it to a company or organization that has competence in that area, or you can decide to do it yourself and use others to help you or something. See, that's what you do. You know, people know how to do surveys out there. So the way out is simply to look at those critical skills that have been identified. Go out there in the market.
Has that been identified in the first place?
No, it's part of the processes that we are following the release of the guidelines.
Okay. Now, let's go for a break. Viewers and listeners, you are with us. This is your platform every Saturday between 5 and 6. We join you in the comfort of your homes, and then we educate you. This is the public education put together by Fairwages and Salaries Commission and GBC for us to look at the single spine pay policy. This is to be implemented within a 5-year period, and one of the major components of this is the market premium, the concept of market premium, and this is what we're talking about. Now, you can also visit Fairwages and Salaries website, and they have a lot of information they have put out there as far as the market premium is concerned. www.fairwages.gov.gh, and you can have enough information on market premium and a whole lot of other issues regarding single spine pay policy. Let's go for this break. We will be back.
Market premium has been an issue of serious contention throughout the migration process.
All right. Thank you so much, viewers and listeners. We are back. This is our simulcast program running on GTV and all our original networks on radio. Thank you so much. This is Single Spine, the issues. My name is Cecil, and my guest in the studio is Mr. Cornelius Yosin. He's in charge of grievances and negotiations at the Fairwages and Salaries Commission. This institution has been mandated to determine the market premium. And on the 9th of April, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama released guidelines for the determination of market premium. And this is what we are discussing on this platform. Welcome back. On your screens, you will realize that we're rolling all the social media networks where you can join us via Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, BlackBerry. I mean, just follow it up and then send your concerns, send your text messages. We will talk about them. Ano from Konongo wants to find out the difference between market premium and retention premium. Mr. Yosin.
No, the policy says that market premium shall be paid to do what? Attract
and retain.
Skills so it's the same side, two sides of the same coin.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to believe that you have been answered. Thank you so much. Keep your text messages coming through. My guest is Mr. Cornelius Yosin, and he is the Director in Charge, Grievances and Negotiations, Fairwages and Salaries Commission. Now, I also know for a fact, and I know in the guidelines, it's been stated clearly that market premium is not negotiable. You have spoken about it. I also read through and I got to know that Social Security would not be paid on market premium. You can further explain this for us.
Yeah, Social Security normally paid on basic salary.
Yeah.
Market premium, as we've heard, is an incentive payment. So it cannot be a basic salary, part of the basic salary. And so being an incentive, and because we have already said that it can go up or down depending on the survey, then clearly it is not part of the basic salary, and clearly also Social Security cannot be paid on it.
Okay. Well, Maxwell says that you should give something small to public sector workers so we can have our peace.
You mean the market premium?
He says you should spread it. Give something small, at least something small, to all public sector workers so we can have our peace. What would you say to that?
Oh, I believe that it is fair.
Yeah.
You see, we have always said it here on this platform, that as far as the basic salary is concerned, you and I would testify that there has not been much contention, much controversy. Throughout, across the public sector, as far as the job evaluation says that your level is this and this level is that, you are paid the same salary.
Okay, all right. Let me go to the phones. I've just been signaled that we have someone on the line. Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening. Thank you so much. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Kennedy. Calling from who?
Kennedy from who?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Kennedy, let me hear you.
About this survey about the market premium. You see, before this market premium issue, some organizations were classified for essential services. Now, if Mr. Cornelius is saying two conditions qualify you to enjoy market premium, like critical and scarcity. For example, I listened to him on Behind the News during the week. He mentioned some two organizations. One was an example like air traffic control and meteorological services, which are very essential. Now, these organizations are among the essential services. I work as one of the two organizations. Now, I would like to know, where I work, we need professionals about 80, but we are having only 8. Now, well, I remember the first time when the Deputy Director General was giving his appointment, when you look at the salary, he did never step a foot in the office again. So I would like to ask him whether either Matthew and air traffic control are they qualified for the market premium. Thank you.
Okay. He's more concerned because I guess he finds himself in that category of workers. And so he wants to find out whether air traffic controllers qualify for market premium.
You see, there's also some...
And it looks like he's been following you because he mentioned that he listened to you on Behind the News.
Okay. Okay.
When you mentioned, you know.
Yes. You see, there's also a misconception about the difference between essential services, important jobs, and jobs who do qualify for market premium.
Yeah.
If air traffic workers, controllers, are essential services, you see, but if you read the guidelines, it will tell you that it is not about essential services. It is inside the guidelines. It is not about essential services. But you see, if the market survey, and indeed the government's priority, happens to fall in your area, and the survey says that you are in short supply, then of course, you will be eligible for the payment of market premium. But it's definitely not about essential services, which I think is what he's probably thinking about.
Let's go for another call. Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Well, this is Moses calling from Kintampo.
Moses from Kintampo. Moses, let's hear you.
Yeah, may I know your voice and his voice, how they are spending time with Catholic?
Moses, speak up a bit for us. I can hardly hear you.
I'm saying, how was Mr. Green and Columbia spending time calculated?
I'm sorry. I really... Okay, let's move on. I'm sorry, my brother. I have a text which bears no name. It says that I appreciate what you're doing. This is exactly what we want. But I'm saying that psychiatric nurses are in short supply and they need high market premium. That's interesting. Very interesting. So
I think you explained. The first condition, and I'm sure Edwin and then she understands that one. The first condition is that it must be critical. The second condition, or the sufficient condition, the necessary condition and the sufficient condition. The necessary condition is that it might be short supply, critical skill, and the sufficient condition is that what? It is short.
Yeah, but she's saying that they are in short supply.
So if you're only in short supply, then you cannot be eligible for market. The two should play out.
You have to be critical.
The criticalness and the scarcity should play out.
Good. Let's go for another call. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm Daniel calling from Bolga.
Daniel from Bolgatanga.
Yes, please.
Hi, Daniel. Welcome.
Yeah. I want to know, would everybody benefit from the market premium arrears?
You want to know?
Whether everybody benefit from the market premium
or whether everybody will benefit from market premium. Well, we have spoken extensively about this on the show. I don't know when you joined us, but Mr. Yosin will go over this again because that's the reason why we are here. And even the policy guideline gives them the opportunity to carry on with public education for people to appreciate those who qualify for market premium. And so
let's make it clear that when you work for salary, and that salary is subsumed in the basic salary. Your salary, your pay for the work that you do is your basic salary. So as far as you are paid your basic salary, you are okay there. Market premium is an extra, an additional, an incentive to particular skills, critical skills in short supply. So as far as you are paid your basic salary, I believe that you will have no basis for comparison or for complaints or for complaining. That's where we have to understand it. It's like I always say, I'm going to Kumasi. In our job, we say that if you travel to Kumasi, you'll be paid an allowance of so much. During the week, I travel to Kumasi on company business or organization's business. You don't travel. So because I traveled, I'm giving the money that is paid when we go to Kumasi. Can you complain that why have you given money when you have not traveled to Kumasi? So once you are paid your basic salary, you would have no basis to complain that you are not being given a market premium, because it must fall within the guidelines. If the guidelines say that you are critical and you are short, then definitely you must be paid market premium.
Okay, so I guess this is the point where you would have to explain why it is non-negotiable, but we'll come over that again. I've just been informed that we have someone on the line. Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening. You're welcome. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is William Akron from Tema.
Oh, William from Tema. William, let me hear you.
Yes, I cannot understand this market premium they are talking about. Is it allowance or what?
Okay.
Because all of the services which everybody tender in Ghana is essential. But if the doctors are saying they want a market allowance or whatever it is, I can't understand they will be going on the strike on these things. When their salary is different from market premium, they will go on the strike on this premium. Why?
Okay. All right. William from Tema, thank you very much. Education must go on.
Yes, definitely.
We will continue with this.
So remember that some time ago, you could not just find doctors in the system.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
Or lecturers.
Yeah.
You could just not find them. They all took to Nigeria.
They moved to like Libya, Nigeria,
etc.
Exactly.
Now, when the government instituted the ADHA, somewhere in 2006, and that money became part of the doctor's salary, we saw that the drift stopped.
Yeah.
And indeed, we now have, we don't say there are as many as we want, but at least we didn't have that level of shortage that we had. Same with lecturers. When the $1,500 policy came, now we have the lecturers out there, and indeed some people tell us that lecturers are not in short supply because there are so many people out there who want jobs to do in the investment, who have masters and PhD, etc. I don't know about that, but at least it shows you that that levels of scarcity is not as worse as it used to be. So therefore, the whole idea is that you want to use market premium to do what? Attract in the first place and retain in the second place certain critical skills in short supply. So I don't believe, as I already said, once you are paid your basic salary, you don't have any basis for comparison, because if you want to be paid, you must be in a profession that is critical and that is short. You see, in the US, they publish pay levels of different professions. And so people decide, when they are going to the university, decide to choose depending on the pay levels that they see. HR managers this year pay this, the highest paid people are this, etc. So people go there because they know that that is where they have higher compensation. So therefore, if you decide to go and do something else, and somebody does something else, and he's lucky, let's use the word, and then he's in a profession where the scarcity is there, it's critical, and they're paying market premium as an incentive, not an allowance, as an incentive to get him in the system. What is your problem? You have no problem at all.
But this is where William is asking whether it's an allowance.
An incentive,
it's an incentive,
not an allowance.
And an absolute figure.
An absolute figure,
not negotiable.
Not a percentage of the salary.
And so you can't negotiate.
It's not negotiable. It's the government which is saying that, you know something, all those of critical skill who are in short supply, I'm offering you this. The idea is that if the man there sees it as enticing enough, because it's to attract. If he sees it as attractive enough, he'll be attracted to it.
Okay.
And then he'll retain in it because he says, oh, this thing, if I go into Nigeria, What is the use? Because I go and use my time, my family is here, etc., etc. So he considers all the gamut of factors and stays within and is retained.
Let's pick another call. I've just been informed we have someone on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, my name is Ivan. I'm calling from Sunyani.
Your name is?
Divine, calling from
Oh,
Sunyani.
Divine.
Divine, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for your divine intervention. Let's hear you.
Yeah. From what he's saying, I understand that the market premium, right, is based on the how critical the job is and the scarcity of the jobs, right?
The scarcity of the skill.
Scarcity of the skills.
Yes.
Okay. So what is the basic salary based on?
Okay.
Yeah, that's my question.
I
What's
think
the basic, yeah.
What did you say?
He understands. His understanding is that market premium is based on the scarcity, like we've talked about, the criticalness of. And so, what determines the basic salary?
What determines the basic salary?
Exactly.
So I think, it's as we said earlier, job evaluation is done to determine your grade, and the grade that determines your salary. So what determines your basic salary is the job evaluation. In fact, it's based on your job description. You see, you have a job description. The job description has two components. The job specification. You see, your summary of your accountabilities, all that you do, your key responsibilities. And then the duties that you do, that one is the job specification. And then we have this person specification, which mentions the kind of person that we want on that job, his qualification, the exertion level that he has, physical stress, etc., etc. So that one helps to do job analysis and job evaluation. And after you've gotten the job evaluation, it will give you a score. That score will determine that you have to be put on this grade. That grade will in turn determine your salary on the structure. So that one is about the job that you do as specified by your job description and for which you are paid by the grading and the salary.
Okay.
So therefore, you are compensated for the job that you do, and there you have no problem at all. Because you see, it's an offer, an acceptance, as the lawyers call it. I'm offering this money for this kind of administrative officer. You come for interview, they show you, you say you like. You see, you say you like, and then you take it. And so therefore, we assume, or it's assumed that you are okay with that salary for that job that you are doing.
All right.
All other things being equal. But the market premium is what? An additional for certain particular skills in short supply, so that we can do what? Attract
or even retain those who are already
so
been identified
in government objective.
Enhance productivity and all that. Okay, let's go to the phones. We have another caller on the line. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Omar Hussein Idrisu.
Oh, Oman.
Yeah, I'm calling you from Jatokrom, Rahafuri.
Oh, Jatokrom. Okay, let's hear you. Let's hear you.
I would like to know, I am Arabic instructor. I am the only teacher teaching Arabic from KG to J8, Junior Secondary School 3. Now, the question is, do I qualify for this market premium? Because we are very, very scared.
Okay.
That's my question.
All right. Omar, thank you very much. I appreciate your question. He is the only Arabic instructor where he teaches. And he considers his position in short supply. So he thinks that he qualifies for market premium. Let's go for another call, and then we will come back and then see if we can wrap up. Hello.
Hello, this is Felix calling from Edra.
Felix from?
Edra.
Oh, Ejura. Okay, Felix, let's hear you. Felix, let's hear you.
We thank you for giving us the opportunity to wait for you.
Felix,
I want to know if, hello?
Yeah, speak on, Felix.
I want to know if this retention premium and the market premium, there's a possibility of it getting a link in terms of like the percentage that should be given. And then the second one is, how is like the certification of math and the English and other things mentioned by the
I can hardly.
The market premium. Hello.
Felix, I'm having difficulty in. I'm having difficulty in comprehending what you're saying, but I had something like retention premium, and so I would want to believe that you want to find out the difference. If that's what you're saying, you will have explained that, but maybe you can do that again briefly.
The retention premium, you see, the whole idea of a market premium is to attract and retain. So you hear the word attraction there, you hear the word retention there.
Yeah.
So it's two sides of the same coin, as I explained.
Okay.
But let me answer the Arabic issue.
Yeah.
You see, you may be in short supply, but we've explained here also that the two things must play out. It must be critical before the show. See, the first condition, or the necessary condition, is that it must be critical according to government policy. And then the second, or the sufficient condition, is that it must be in short supply. So assuming, I'm not saying that, I'm assuming that Arabic is critical, then your scarcity level will come to play. But if Arabic is not critical, then though you are scarce, you may not be eligible for market premium. But that will be determined when the government policy comes out and the survey is also done. I will not be able to say whether Arabic or
I have just received a text, and the person wants to find out from you what would determine a profession in critical or short supply. We have said this over and over again.
We've said that government says its priority over a period. In the next 5 years, we have government development plan and all that. In the next 5 years, these are the areas that are critical to our objective, achievement of our objective. You know about MDG goals and all that.
Exactly.
So these are the areas that are critical to the performance, the achievement of our objectives. And so they will delineate certain skills that we need to be able to achieve the objective. For example, you have about 100 skills or 20 skills, or it depends on government. After that one has been determined, they will go out there, do the surveys, labor market surveys, to find out the levels of scarcity of those skills that we are talking about, so that your level of scarcity will determine the absolute amount that you get as premium. Because you may all have been listed as critical, but your level of scarcity will now determine your amount that you get as an absolute figure.
Now, briefly, in going through the guideline, I also realized that even though you have been tasked to determine the market premium, you are being cautioned that you need to do this considering the fact that, or having in mind the ability of government to pay after you have determined the market premium. That's a very strong clause in there.
Yes, as we said already, you see, we are going to determine an amount. That will be the incentive. So, for example, when we are doing it and we are determining the amount, you ask yourself, what is the food basket like?
So the person who is going to pay, you find out how much is the person got.
Exactly. How much are we going to allocate for compensation in government budgets? And out of that, how much are we going to use as basic salary? How much are you going to use as market premium? And so therefore, when you've done the survey, now you allocate the amount put there for market salary, market premium to the various skills, depending on the levels of scarcity that the survey determines that they have.
Okay. I'll take this opportunity to thank you. It's been wonderful having you on this platform. But like I have mentioned, we will have to continue with this, and I hope maybe next week we will look at it again in another direction. So thank you so much, Mr. Cornelius Yosin, Director in Charge, Grievances and Negotiations, Fairwages and Salaries Commission. My name is Cecil, and I'm thanking all our technical crew and all those who join us, our viewers, our cherished listeners. The education will continue. And as you all are aware, government has released guidelines on the determination of market premium. And so the debate has started. We were here on this platform today to discuss market premium. Thank you so much. Make a deal with us again. We will be here same time next week, Saturday.